Hello and welcome to the part two of the SQL query basics and as well as the whole Transact SQL. In this, we will be covering basics as well as intermediate and as well as advanced level queries. The second part is related to the filtering of the order by clause as well as the direction of order by which is ascending or descending. Plus, we will be using the top 20, 10%, and something related to retrieving the filtered results and limiting the filter results as well. We will also be using offset and fetch. We'll also be using here um, all and distinct function, which will limit or remove the duplicates related to the queries as well. We'll also be using the where clause, and in that where clause, we will be using multiple operators like the greater than, less than, equal to, as well as the not null functionality as well. We'll also be using the is null, not is not null, between, and functional as well. Within that where clause, we'll also be using in and like functions as well. So without any further delay, let's get started. I've already loaded Azure Data Studio, and there's Adventure Work database is also there. We'll start off with new query and make sure this is connected to the Adventure Work database. So let's get started. So first we will use, in this one, we will be using the product table. So let's start here. Select static from sales lt dot product, and then execute this. This is product information that has been given here. We will be getting name and list price. So this is name and list price. Now we'll use to filter, or sorry, sort result. We'll use order by, sorry, here. Order by clause sorts the result by, for example, we're using name, and it has sorted the result in an alphabetical order. Instead of name, we can use list price as well, and then execute. So it is using um, the list price as ascending order. By default, it is at ascending order, and until we use a descending order thing. There's a keyword that is being used, DESC, and in that, once you use that DESC, it is sorted in the descending order. So highest list price is given on the top, and then so on. It's moving to a lower list price. We can also filter and sort into the descending order. So list price at descending order and name as ascending order. So what we're doing is we'll just add name and ASC. There you go. So what's doing here is they are sorted into descending order of list price, and each set of product with the same price is sorted in the ascending order of the name. So see this list price has been grouped or sorted as per list price, but however the name is sorted in the ascending order. So small list product, or the one which starts with the alphabetical order, give the name so, start off with the same. Next, what we'll do is we'll just a simple query. We'll use a top keyword. So sometimes you only want to return specific number of rows. This can be used. The use case would be that whenever you are using large tables, large data in the table, we can just test it with top 10. So if you specify here top 10, it will give top 10 names here in the product details. So for example, so this means that it is given and it has returned top 10, the first 10 record in descending order of the list price, which includes the order by clause as well. Okay, so this is used one thing. Um, this is returning top 10. If I use another keyword which is called with ties, let's see how much it will return. Sorry, I'm using the order by clause as well here because it fails to display without the order. First you need to sort it in order and then display. So if you see here, this is returning the same level. However, if we retrieve 20 values here, it will of course return 20 records. But if I include 20 values with ties, see how many records it will return. It is returning 21 records because the reason is there are multiple products that share the same price. So with tie, using the with tie keywords means that this, if there is a tie here in between, and there are, for example, 10 records with the same list price, it will display 10 records extra. So that doesn't mean that it will just limit the record. So for example, the use case is that if you want to search top 5 sales, and if the sales amount is same within two regions or within two countries, then it will be included in the result set. Let's modify this query and we can use top 20%. Let's check. So it's returning 20% of the record. Total records would be 20%, and I mean it is just returning 20% names. We can also use top 20% with ties as well. So let's check this. Still executing, I don't know. It's just calculating the 20% and yeah. So it says return 60 records instead of 59, just because this list price was tied to the other product as well. Next, what we'll do is we'll use offset and fetch functions. So user interface and reports often present large volume of data as pages. So in order to make that easier to navigate on screen, we will use the uh, the offset and fetch function. What we'll do is I'll open up another query. I'll just copy paste the existing query with the list price and name from, and then we'll try to run that. So of course this will come up as name and list price. Then we will use order by name, and then we'll use the function offset 0 rows fetch next 10 rows only. So this is the effect of offset and fetch function in the order by clause. So once you execute, what it is giving, it is just giving 10 records. So this means the result starts from 0 position and then begin the result set and fetch only 10 records. So let's check this. So it's 10 and then 10. So it start off with 10th position and it will display the next 10 records. So if I do it again, so offset rows, 0 rows. So starting from A, starting off with front breaks. So it's in an alphabetical order. So we are just trying to let's start off with 5. So we'll start from chain and we'll fetch next 10 records. So what's going on here is it's taking, or sorry, we start off with 0. So let's start off with 4 and then run. So start off with chain and then fetch the next record. So it's the first index is 0, 0 position, and then that is the beginning of the result set and includes only 10 rows only. So what it is doing is it is just fetching the 10 records at a time. So because since if we have a larger volume of data, we can use offset and fetch functions for the display of that. We can also use top functions like top 10 records. So for example, if I do here and let's say top 10 and then run that, so it will just giving me 10 records. However, if I use this one and remove this top 10 and then run this query, it is giving me the same 10 records. So you can use either way, offset and fetch with order by function. So next what we'll do is we'll use all and distinct functions. So there, if there are multiple rows in the table, it can contain same values for a given subset. For example, this product table might contain a color field. So let's bring in color here. So this color field, and see there are multi silver, silver, silver. So there are multiple products of the same color. A table might also include, for example, size or a combination of size and color. So what we'll do is we'll use an individual query from this table using the color column. So select color, sorry, so I'll just put it color from here and then we'll give the color value. So this is color from product. This is giving me all the color details, and if I include all colors, this is also giving me same result. So this all parameter is a default behavior. So all parameter is the default behavior. So if even if I remove this all function, it will just display the same result, same number of records, same result. But if I replace or if I use a function called distinct, so select distinct color from sales. This is, if you see, this is giving me a distinct value or without any duplicate value. So this means that it has removed duplicate and it has picked everything that is unique to that table or to that column name. So this might be used to, for example, populate a drop down menu or doing some cross filtering, doing some stuff as well. We can use color, and we can use another column called size, and this way we can run this. So it is now returning a combination of color and size. So this means that it is returning a unique combination of each color with each size. So this means that it can individually use the color column or a single column to remove all the duplicates. But if you use a combination of columns, like if we use 5 columns here, then it always return the unique combination of all the columns. Next, we will move on to the important one which we use frequently in the while filtering is the where clause. So where clause means that we specify a filter criteria, a specific criteria based on a certain specific column. So we'll copy this query and we'll remove this distinct function and instead we'll add a column here. So this select name, color, size, and this is from the product table. We'll also add another column, product ID. Let me check, is this existing? Yeah. So this is product ID and then name, color, and size. Now what we'll do is we'll use where clause where product ID is equal to let's take 710, and then we'll try to execute this. So it is return, see, the product ID that has only returned 710. So this is giving a specific filter criteria. We can also use um, order by name as well. Instead of product ID, let's use product category ID. So in order to do that, we need to find out what are the categories and what are the specific IDs we can use. So always use select statement first and then use the product category ID. So what we'll use, let's use 25. So now we are executing part of it without the order by clause and see what happens. So it's returned all the product category ID based on the category ID 25. If we order by name, it will run the same way because it's long and short. So let's take another ID, for example, and then execute this. So this is it is ordered everything by name, but it is returning all the category ID uh, as as a filter criteria. We can also use the not equal operator in SQL. We can use or not equal as angle bracket open, angle bracket close here, and then run this. So it will include everything but order 18, the category ID 18. So it can filter based on that as well. We can also use, for example, I'll copy this query and I'll move to the next step. And now what we'll do is we are using the where clause on list price. So for example, list price is greater than uh, let's take 1000, and we'll also include it here as list price. So let's run this first and see where the list price are there, and it is showing me 34,999 here 8 as well. So if I execute this, it will only return me the amount which is greater than 1000. Instead of ordering by name, I can use order by list price, and it will sort according to the list price based on the criteria which is greater than 1000. We can also do a less than as well. Let's do it here. So you're doing so, it will show a less than record. So $2.2 for $4 and so on. So it's going and going till the last one with before 1000 is 782.99. Okay, so this is basically filtering and applying some criteria based on some numeric values or some things which are in numbers. But we can also apply a filter criteria um using the string or the name, for example, in this case. But in order to be specific, we need to know the complete um, name field here. So complete value of that particular column. For example, we need to specifically mention that, give me all the details about LL mountain rare wheel. So we need to type everything together. However, there is a function, or there's a filter criteria. There is an operator called like, where we can do some wildcards as well. So for example, if I use like here, where name like, and then we will specify in the single quotation, of course, because it is according to the SQL view. So we'll do this HL, or sorry, LL here, and then road, and we don't know anything about it. So what we'll do is we'll apply a percent sign here. We can apply a percent sign here in the front as well, but we know that it starts from LL. So we specify LL percent, and this will give me all details that starts from LL. So this, everything is starting from LL. And if I use road here, so this means this contains this field, or this value here. We can also use everything that is included road in it. So this means that not only LL, but other names can also be included, but it comes from behind, or whether it's a first letter or in the middle, it is coming, everything is showing as road inside that operator. So this means it matches up the string patterns. The percent character is a wild card for one or more character, and we can use that in the string functions. There are some regular expressions and predictable things that we can use as well, but this will be too complex for us to learn about that. Next, what we'll do is we'll use some null operators as well. So for example, let's take this query, select, I'll probably copy this. So this one, let's execute this. And if you see here, there are size coming as null. So we can apply a where operator, and then we can say that size is not null. So what's going to happen here is it will just display all the values of the size which is not null. Next, what we'll do is we'll let me run a query which is called and let's involve um, the size, and there's an operator called between. So what we'll do is we'll use a between operator. So specifically, the between operator is based on some numerical value as well as date. So let's include, for example, sales end date here. So sales end date, the column name is sell end date, and let's run this. So it's showing me sell end date. Let's run this completely. So for example, it's displaying me all the values in there, sales and date. So specifically, it is showing me all the sales and date is 30th of June 2007 2006. So I want to see two values. We can use the between operators. So for example, instead of using not null, I'll use between operator, between, and now I will use a date format from 2006 dash 01 dash 01 to, and we'll use and in that. So whenever between will come, and will also come because of the fulfilling the criteria. So it is showing me 2006 -06-30. We'll use it in this format. It's simple to query, regardless of the whatever things which you are in. So now what it's doing is it's just displaying me 30th of June, between 30th of June and in this result said there was only 30th of June 2006. So it is just displaying that. If what I can do, let me bring it here. So if I bring it, like for example 2007, and then put up here as 2007 as well, so this means it will only return 2007 records. So it's just displaying 2007 records here. So this means that we are using between and function to review and to display only a particular date criteria. We can use this operator as, for example, where size is between um, 40 and 50. So I'll just select this one and this will run this query. So this is saying that conversion failed when converting n varchar value m. This is because there are multiple sizes as well. And remember, if we put up if we put up a try cast function where we have created another column to display, we can use that criteria to update the values that are only what do you call it, numeric. So we've used try cast and size as integer between 50 and 40, or 40 and 50. So just displaying everything that is um, between 50 and 40 and 50. We can see there by order by clause and then size. So it is just considering everything that includes 40 and 50. And it is just displaying those results as a filter criteria. Moving on, since we've introduced between and function, so we can use another one that says that is related to this function. So it's just displaying this value. We can use multiple product category ID using in function. So where product category ID in, and then bracket open, we can give some criteria like for example 18 comma 25 comma 27, and then we'll see what happens here. So it is just displaying on 18, 25, 27, and that's it. So we can use in function as well. We can also use not operator in the in function, which will give me the contrary result, that other than 18, 25 and 27 display me everything in the product category ID. We can also use multiple criteria, like for example, and function and color um, equals silver, for example. So it is just displaying all the product category ID which are not 18, 25 and 27, and the color is silver. Since we knew the spelling completely of that value, it is displaying is as it is. We can use a wildcard entry as well, like for example color equals. So we cannot use equal here. Once we use wildcard, we can only use like. So just displaying everything that is like silver. So starting off with silver. Instead of and, we can use or function as well. So let's try this or function, and then we'll see how it goes here. So just using or silver or this. So either this function will be fulfilled or the other one will be fulfilled. So that is why other colors are also being displayed. which are not silver. So any of the one condition will fulfill in this criteria. So now what we have seen, all the examples individually of order by, top, offset, fetch, and distinct commands. We will combine it together to fetch up some answers to the tables from the existing AdventureWorks sample database. So let's get started. So first we'll need to figure out the list of cities. So in order to do that, we'll just type select direct from sales lt dot address. So this is the table, and if we execute this, it gives me all the address details about the cities. So this is the city. So for example, if we now you want to just figure out the city and state province. So city, state slash province, and then we'll execute this and it will give me city and state province. However, if you want a distinct value of this, we'll use the keyword distinct here. So this will give all the combination of distinct cities and state provinces. Next, what we will do is we'll need to find out what are the heaviest products. So this product details, it will be in the product table. So I'll write a query select static from sales lt dot product, and then I'll execute this query, and it will give me all the product details about it. Um, if we scroll and see the products, there are some you know details related to weight here. So let's select weight here and then execute this. So it is giving me all the weights, but what we'll do is we'll just first we'll do is order by weight. So this means currently it's just saying starting off with null because nothing is there, and then starting off with a here. So this order by weight, we will order it in descending order. So we learned about it descending and ascending. So this is the heaviest one. Now what we'll see, top 10 heaviest product. So this is the the result set that will give that will supposed to be given. However, what we see here is if I do top 11, I will only receive one record of the top 11. So let's first run this top 10 weight from weight from product. This is giving me top 10. What if I give you top if I'll give top 11? So this top 11 will give me the top 11 records, but as we saw that there is one additional record that matches up with weight. So what we will do is we will use with eyes. Let's execute this, and now see it's giving me top 12 records, top 11 records, but this is since this is repeated, so that is why it is a tie in between the 11th record. So this is doing it here. Next, what we'll do is we will answer a query from, uh, for example, a sales manager to give all the product details related to black. So color, let me just color equals black, red, and white, and size equals small and medium. So the query will be product number. So sorry. So we'll choose just select static from sale where t dot product. In this way, we'll execute all the details about it. But then we will frame this query as product number and name. So this is giving me all the product information related to the products. But now what we need to apply? We need to apply some colors and size. So I'll include the column name as color and size here, and then we'll apply a condition, multiple condition rather, that color, and we can use equals this or that. But what we have learned here, and we will be using in operator, and in that we will use multiple colors, like for example black, red, and white. And then we will do size in small, comma, medium. We are executing. It's giving me all the details about the size, small and medium, as well as the colors. So notice, you see there's no red color here. If I use or here and then we'll execute this, it will give me red as well, but the size is not there as small and medium. Similarly, there's multi here, the color multicolor here, and which has small and medium, but it's not been displayed. So this means and operator is applying to meet all the conditions together to execute. So this is another answer to the question. And then I think we've covered it all here. We can do a like search as well, or if you want to search, for example, let me copy paste this. And if I want to do a product number, just remove this product number like, and then with like we can use 5%, and we can use another thing as well. So it starts with s and then underscore. This means that it has something, then dash, and then we can use any number, like you know uh, yeah. So we can use m and then static. So I'll use dash m static. So this is the condition I'm applying. So this underscore is a wildcard one character that displays and shows that there will be only one character here, and after that there will be hyphen here. Let's execute this. So it is starting off with s, or everything is starting off with s, then a wild character here, and then dash, and then m, and after that there is a percent sign, which means that there can be unlimited characters following the m alphabet. So as you can see, it starts off with m, and then what we can do is modify is, if you want to just include, and we can see that there is all we need is the SB product number. So we can use that instead of the underscore. We can use SB. So it is now, see, it will be displaying the all the SB numbers. So to summarize, in this exercise and in this module, what we've done is we've sorted the result. We have limited the sorted result. We've also returned a paged result using the offset and fetch function. And also we have removed duplicate using distinct, and filtered data with the predicates like percent sign and other aspect as well. If you're watching me for the first time, please don't hesitate to subscribe and like. Also, I would appreciate if you'll provide your feedback so that I can improve. Thank you so much.